Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And fight fans, major news in the boxing world. Canelo Alvarez has signed a 3-fight deal with Al Heyman and PBC Boxing. This deal, because I already know where the Canelo fans are going to go. Even in my comment section, in one of my last videos, somebody already said, oh, you see, Canelo's not scared. He's not ducking nobody. That's why he took this deal. Pump your brakes, my man. First and foremost, his hand was forced to take this deal. This was not something that he did voluntarily. This wasn't his first option, right? Because what was his first option? Badou Jack. That's not just a rumor. That has been confirmed by Badou Jack himself. So Canelo was already trying to escape this deal right here with PBC. This ain't something that he just up and voluntarily said, you know what? Yeah, you know what? It's time. Let me go sign with them. That wasn't his first choice of actions. His original plan was to go and make this fight with Badou Jack happen, drain that man 20 pounds, make him come 20 pounds below the cruiserweight limit, and then he had no rehydration. He couldn't rehydrate to a comfortable weight for him, or closer to a natural weight for him, when he already knows Badou Jack said that he can't even make 175 like that anymore. He already said that. So you want this man to train himself, being already 40 plus years old. So that was his first choice. So don't come to me with the, oh, look, he's not ducking nobody, he's not scared of nobody. If that was the case, we would have never heard the name Badou Jack. Plain and simple. Simple as that. We would have never heard the name Badou Jack if he was sincere about fighting these fighters that are lined up in PBC. So now that he's on PBC, now we have to look at the names that are there available. Now, I've been seeing some stuff on the internet that to me, I think they're pushing a narrative that is not necessarily true, because Dan Rafael announced that David Benavidez and David Morrell had agreed to fight up next. And right after that was announced, Benavidez came out and said, I never agreed to fight Morrell. So now lately, some of the pages I've been coming across are saying that, oh, where's the tough guy, David Benavidez? He's backing out after he wanted the Morrell fight. Now that Canelo has officially announced, he took to Instagram, took to Twitter, he took to social media to announce that he's officially a PBC fighter. And his first PBC fight will be on September 16th. Now that Canelo has said that, go back and listen to what David Benavidez said. David Benavidez said, he said, I'm looking for the Munguia fight, right? Because that'll be a big fight, which it would be. Financially, it would be a big fight. Because Munguia has a bigger name at the moment than David Morrell. So it's a smart fight to take the Munguia fight first. But Benavidez Sr. already said that the Benavidez camp already signed 3 fights. They already signed to fight Charlo, Andrade, and David Morrell. So what is the sudden change in language? It's none other than the fact that Canelo is now on PBC. And everybody, industry insiders and such are running with the fact that they're saying Canelo's going to fight Charlo first of the 3 fights. We don't know that. We don't know that yet. And that's why I think Benavidez has pumped the brakes on the Morrell fight and telling everybody, wait, I never said I'm going to fight him next. Because if Canelo decides, I want to fight David Benavidez next, that's the bigger fight right there. That's the legacy fight. So, of course, you put a Morrell fight on hold to take on Canelo Alvarez. So I think it's very unfair what some of these pages are doing, trying to do some kind of a smear campaign on David Benavidez, saying that Benavidez is somehow scared of Morrell. I highly doubt that's the case, especially when Benavidez Sr. already said there's 3 fights in place, and he included Morrell in those 3. So for me, is that once they heard Canelo is now on PBC for 3 fights, they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's put this Morrell thing on ice. Let's freeze that. Let's put that on 32 degrees real quick. And let's see let's see what Canelo and Al Heyman are devising. What sequence of fighters, which 3 fighters in what sequence? Because PBC has Jamal Charlo, they have Demetrius Andrade, and they have David Benavidez plus David Morrell. So there's 4 fighters that are signed to PBC, and of those 4, Canelo he has signed up to fight 3. So now Benavidez is like, all right, let's see if he selects us. Now all roads are pointing to him fighting Charlo. That's what a lot of industry insiders are stating. It's feeling like Charlo will be the first of the 2, which makes sense because in typical Canelo fashion, Canelo likes to fight people when they come off their worst performance, right? Just look at Triple G. He avoided Triple G for years. Once he saw Triple G had a bad or looked subpar against Daniel Jacobs, he said, okay, I'm ready. So now he's probably following that same model. Jamal Charlo has been calling that man out for a good 7-8 years. He's never took the Charlo fight. Now all of a sudden he wants the Charlo fight. When Charlo has not fought in 2 years, 2 full years, Jamal Charlo has not fought. He's got all of these devil's heads he's got to take in his own personal life that he's been dealing with. And despite that, he didn't look too great in his last performance against Montiel. So all those elements combined builds up the fight. It builds the path that, yes, I do also believe Charlo is the next one. But that's just what I think. What goes on behind closed doors with Al Heyman and Canelo Alvarez, that is the ultimate source. And that will determine how all the pieces move at the 168-pound division moving forward now that Canelo's there. So Canelo, yeah, he inks a 3-fight deal. So those 3 fights will be a combination of one of these 4 men. It'll be either David Benavidez, Charlo, Andrade, or David Morrell. 3 of those 4 will be an opponent for Canelo. All roads are pointing to Jamal Charlo as the first fight, but we might get Benavidez and then Charlo. So we'll stay tuned. When I hear something, you'll hear something. And I'm Waz for Waz Words Media. On that note, peace.